Namaste, I am Vasanta Prasad. Welcome to my vegetarian cooking show. The item that I'm going to show today is chapatis. The recipe is in my book on page 175. Chapatis are actually the very authentic Indian flatbreads made out of whole wheat flour, which is available in most of the Indian stores and also specialty stores. In the Indian stores, anyway, the flour is available in plastic bags like this. And the big difference with the bread is this chapatis. We don't bake them like the Western breads in the oven. They are mostly prepared on the stove top in a skillet, an cast iron skillet, or even a non-stick satay pan, a griddle you can use. I have a pre-sifted flour here, and the recipe is on, as I said, on page 125. 2 cups of chapati flour or 1 cup whole wheat flour plus 1 cup unbleached all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons light vegetable oil, 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons warm water, half a cup additional flour for dusting, and 1 tablespoon melted ghee or butter, vegetable oil, olive oil to brush on. I have the flour here. Going to add a little bit salt to that. And just a little bit of vegetable oil. And I have the warm water here. You mix all the salt and the flour thoroughly well before you add the water. Takes just about 5 minutes to 7 minutes maybe. You keep mixing like this and keep gathering the flour, and you can always add water as you go along rather than put all the water at one time. And once you mix the flour, you let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. So when you put the correct amount of water, this is how the dough looks. So what you do is you mix it up like this and set aside. And because this is television land, I already prepared a batch of dough about half hour ago, and when it is rested, this is the way it looks. And now I'm going to show you how to make this flat bread. What you do is when you are ready to roll these breads, you take the dough and knead one more time in the vessel itself if you want to, or on the board that I have here, and then make small balls of dough like this. Maybe you can take a little more, and then between the palm of your hands you kind of roll them into a clean little dough ball like this, and then you set aside like that. As many as you want to, you can make the balls and then keep them aside, and then you dip them in the flour here. So you keep rolling them, and you can make them into like about 6 to 7 inch circles. And as I said, if you don't know how to make perfect rounds, that's okay, no problem. The bread still tastes great. You don't have to worry about it. And this comes only with practice. And if you keep on doing quite often, you get the hang of it. Actually, they're very simple to prepare. And while you're doing this, you can always get the pan ready. So like this, you roll them, and then what you do is, when the pan is hot enough, you put the bread in there. When it's cooked on one side, see how easily it kind of slides. The pan has to heat up just a little bit more. Or if you want just a little oil on top, you can use that too. Very, very little though. Of course, I'm not using any spatula because I'm very much used to make these breads like this. But if you are trying the first time, you have to be careful because the pan is hot. And I don't want you to burn your fingers. See, when the bread is done, you see the brown spots on top of it. That shows that the chapati is done on the top. And I'm letting it cook a little bit in the bottom. The chapati is done, and this is the way it looks. And what I do is, normally to keep them warm, I have this is like a thermos. It keeps the solid foods kind of warm for almost about a couple of hours. So what we do is, once the bread is done, we take it out. See how nicely it looks. Of course, it's too hot, I can't hold it for too long, but looks just great. And so one after the other, you keep on rolling them and then cooking them on the top of the stove here. Well, I would like you all to give it a try. And these chapatis are so very tasty and so very simple to prepare. I'm sure you will have a lot of fun when you try the first time. Especially when you roll it, maybe you will feel a little bit of a difficulty to go into even circles, but don't worry. Just dust it now and then, the dough, and then roll them up, and then cook them on the skillet just the way I showed you, and you'll be just fine. And my book has the recipe in detail on page 175. And well, that brings us to the end of today's show. I hope you enjoyed. Look forward to see you next time. Thank you for watching me. Namaste. Take care. God bless. See you next time. Bye-bye.